Hello, this is Parker Jones, and this is my Enhancement 8 video. Before I start, just apologize, I'm feeling very under the weather, so I might be coughing and my voice might sound a little different than normal. But so we will go ahead and show, if we go to one of these, it'll show us the cars that are available, and let's choose Batmobile. And here's the info. You'll see that the price is formatted so it looks like an actual price. And then you have all this info over here. If I make it nice and skinny, you'll see that it stacks it all on top of each other instead of having it be all by, by each other. And then we will go through and just test the HTML. Beautiful. And then we will test the CSS. Gorgeous. Okay, so now let's go into the actual code for it. So this is the vehicle's controller. So we added a case vehicle info, and that's if one of the vehicles gets clicked on. So this is going to first of all, we had that second name value pair, the inv ID, that we pass through. So we're going to sanitize it, filter it, all that fun stuff. And then we are going to call the function that we'll take a look at, the get item info, and store it into this vehicle info. And then we're going to say if it's empty still, we're going to display a message, sorry, no vehicle information could be found. But otherwise, we're going to, oh yes, okay, we're going to put that vehicle info into this other function that we built, the build info display, and store it into a variable called info display. And then after that, we will include the vehicle detail view. Also, you'll notice that because we're calling this function here, this build info display, that's using the okay, so the vehicle's model is actually where we use the get item info that we've built earlier. So it's using the model there, but then we're also using this functions to get the build info display, which we'll look at here in a second. But that's just to show the relationship, the model view controller relationship, that we're using the model to get that. We're using the view here, and this is the controller that we're in. So it's using that relationship just fine. Let's see what else. So if we go into the model, like I said, we're using this get item info. You'll see it goes through just like we built it. You have the PDO statements saying that it's an integer, and then this PDO statement fetching the info that we want. Okay. And so now we can go back into this functions.php, and this is the build info display that you saw us calling. So just to kind of take us through it, for the most part, we have the same variable throughout the whole thing that we just keep adding on to. So I added a couple divs into it to help me format it with the CSS. But after that, we have the image here of the vehicle. We add a little break there. And then this is where I formatted the price and included that here. And then we also add another div. This is just to specify that this info is going to be on the right in the large view. And so we have the vehicle, the make and model, and then it says details. So it's just kind of a header for that section. And then we have the description, we have the color, and we have the number in stock. And then we return that. So when we call that, we send it into a variable called info display, and then when we go to that view, you'll see that we have a test saying if info display is set, then we're going to echo info display, just like how we do for the message for error messages and whatnot. So that is my code, and that is everything.